Hey besties. Oh, y'all. I just got back in the house. Um, it is snowing outside. So we in the house today. I left. I didn't plan on leaving my house today because it was snowing, but I left because my little brother was hungry. So um yeah, went to go do that, and then he was on his way to the gym, so I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go back home. And yeah, just had to trudge my way through that mess outside. So I wanted to be warm and cozy, and as we can see, I'm crocheting. I'm novice, okay, but this is my first blanket, so I'm actually really proud of my progress so far. So, but today I want to talk about what I've been thinking about these last couple of days, because I was feeling a lot, and really just sitting with myself and like accepting. Let's just leave it at that, right? Acceptance. But I just want to talk about being human, like it's okay to have days that aren't so great. Like I was thinking about making a video about how I was feeling. Like, what day is it? Today's Wednesday. I think the last video I made was like Sunday maybe. And so just the way that I was feeling like over the weekend and like the last couple of days, I didn't really even know what I wanted to say. Like, I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm all of these things, and then it hit me like, bro, chill. Like, you're human. It's okay to be going through these feelings. Like everybody has days where it's just like you up and then the next day you're down. Or I wouldn't even say down, but you just aren't you don't feel your 100% best. And that's okay. Like, you don't always have to give your 100%. Like, the last couple of days that I went to work, did I show up at 100%? No. I showed up at, probably I gave him a good Monday. Monday I probably gave him a good maybe 20. And then Tuesday, yesterday, I don't know, I could feel it in my bones that I work at a school. So I could feel it in my bones that the kids would be like, I don't know, just like on one, like extra needy. So I at least gave, I'd say I gave a good 85% yesterday at work. So, and then I took the rest of the week off because, no. Had to use that what they call it? It's earned sick time, okay? Yeah. Definitely put that to use, because what we doing? No. And so, just like being able to stay at home today and really just do what I needed to do for me, do what I needed to do for my body, like sleep in. I took a nice long bath earlier today. I lit some candles. My space is nice and clean. So it's just like, yeah, I did my laundry. Folded it, and put it away. And I was just like, so impressed with myself, because that is like my number one can't stand chore is laundry. But that's a different story for a different day, y'all. We can get deep into why I can't stand doing laundry at another time. But after it was done and I was able to just sit and really just enjoy being in my own company, being in my own space, not having to think about what I had to do for the next person, or just whatever. I felt good, and I was able to come back to the whole being human part, and knowing that even though some days we may struggle with our emotions. Some days we may struggle even trying to process. That's okay. Like, it's a part of the human experience, and it's such a beautiful experience when you can get through your emotions. You can see, okay, yes, I was feeling these things. And if you even want to take it a step further as to why you may have been feeling those things, what is the root cause of that? That is just such, I feel like, a beautiful thing to be able to do, and to get to understand and like really know yourself. And something else that I was thinking about was, because I was feeling so, I don't know, I was feeling really heavy a couple days ago. And it could have been just like, period emotions. It was just like agitated, I was angry, I was annoyed, just like with myself. I was annoyed with just people, and I'm just like, and knowing that the shadow aspect of myself is not something that I need to be afraid of. I absolutely love the fact that I've spent probably the last, I would probably say like the last, it was 2026 now, almost 3 years, like really doing a deep dive into healing and like my shadow work, and knowing that when my shadow does come up, like it's not a bad thing. I don't have to label it as something negative. I don't have to label it as bad. It's just like, oh, she out, they out, they came out, and they are allowed to be here. Like, my shadow is allowed to show up, because all my shadow is looking for is that acknowledgement. And so, I can sit with myself and I can say, hey, it's all right. You feel like this, and it's valid, and I always feel so much better. And so I don't know if that's just for me, or if that's something that you all can relate to, but embrace your shadow. Like, don't be so quick to be like, no, or I messed up because I got mad, or I got angry, or whatever. When your shadow comes up, it's because it really needs to be acknowledged. So wrap that shadow up in love, okay? Because love is always going to be what pulls you out of that shadow place. And the best love, and it sounds so cliche, but the best love really is self-love. And it comes from knowing that your shadow isn't trying to hurt you or anyone else. It's ultimately just trying to protect you, because of things that you've dealt with in the past, because of experiences and other people that have come in and made your shadow come out. And so your shadow is just really like your big homie bodyguard. So, you gotta dab big homie bodyguard up sometimes when they come. You feel me? Come and swipe and stuff, knock it off the table. You feel me? And there's nothing wrong with that. So, I love how these messages always end with love yourself. Because really, that is, that's what we need more of, especially during these tumultuous times. I don't know where y'all at, but if y'all is watching the good old US of A right now, we are definitely we shadowing right now. That's what it looks like, y'all, don't it? The shadow is out, and we need to not love on, we're not gonna love on the enemy. Like how they be like, love your enemy, da, 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 da. No, we're not doing that. We're gonna love ourselves through this, so we can shine light on that shadow, and then maybe some reconciliation may be possible a little further down the line. But again, we don't even gotta get into all that, y'all. I truly hope that everyone is taking care of themselves. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people that you care about. Take care of your loved ones, your community. Build community at this time. Reach out to the people that you know may be struggling with what's going on. And you know, you don't always have to offer words. Presence is enough. You know, sometimes people just want to know that you're there. So if you can, if you have the capacity for it, I would say do it. Spread love wherever you go. Shine your light. And I will talk to y'all later, besties.